If you guys have any Iranian friends, and if yes, how is their relationship with you?
When we fight or argue, they fun out of me again. And when I go to a school, I didn't tell anyone I'm an Afghan. I ashamed about my family.
Actually, I was in Farhang school too. After 4 years, I went to Iranian school, and when I changed my school, everything was changed, and Iranian boys made fun of me.
Really?
Yes.
Yes, I had some dark days, I had a lot of struggles, but I did my best to, change other people's opinion with
波斯秘语探秘波斯，听孟雅琪讲不一样的波斯故事。嗨，很高兴又与大家见面了。今天我们继续我们的伊朗阿富汗新青年系列节目的第2期。在上期节目中，我们认识了3位伊朗的阿富汗裔年轻人，他们因为各种机缘，从他们的祖国阿富汗移民到了我们伊朗。像 Ramesh 是4岁的时候来到了伊朗，而 Sahar 和 Narges 则是出生在伊朗。如今20来年过去了，他们都长大成为了一个年轻人，他们都是在伊朗长大的阿富汗人。而战争移民甚至难民的身份是否成为了他们的困扰？他们在伊朗成长的过程当中到底经历了什么？今天他们生活的怎么样？今天这期视频非常特别，因为它会为你解答一些你不曾了解到的困惑。今天这3位年轻人鼓足勇气和大家分享了他们成长过程当中的一些难言之隐，一些藏在他们内心里很久的不能说的秘密。让我们一起走进他们的成长之路吧。 Let's go! So, my next question is that I'd really like to know if you guys, because all of you have been living in Iran for so long, just years and years. So I want to know if you guys have any Iranian friends, and if yes, how is their relationship with you?
When I was a child, I was about 5 years old. There was a young boy, I think he was 15 or 16 years old. When I go to shop to buy something, always that boy make fun of me and make fun my nationality.
How did he know that you are Afghani? Because your face doesn't show.
Because I live there. I live in a avenue, neighborhood, and they know we are Afghans. And he always fun out of me, and also my little friends. They also were 5 or 6 years old. When we fight or argue, they fun out of me again. And when I go to a school, I didn't tell anyone I'm an Afghan. I ashamed about my family. But when I got 19 years old and I go to Farhang school, I study in Iranian schools and graduated there. I didn't tell them because I was scared and worried about make fun of me.
Yeah.
But when I got 19, I go to Farhang school and for learning how to be a teacher. I make a friend with Adela and Rahil, and when I make a friend with them, and also lots of young Afghan girl want to learning how to be a teacher in Farhang school. When I met them, how they comfortable they are, and they accept their nationality and they speak about their nationality easily. That time I accept my nationality, and now I don't feel ashamed about it, and now I always said my nationality.
Everyone.
Yes, everyone. To everyone and
Do
easily.
you have Iranian friends now?
And now, yeah, when I accept my nationality, I decide to tell my close friends that I'm not Iranian. I think if they are my real friends, they
will
accept
say,
me.
yeah.
When I told them, they said, why you didn't say us earlier? Yeah, we have no problem with your nationality. And now I have lots of, now I have two. I have lots of Iranian friends that they are so close to me, and
That's so good.
we have nice days with together and hanging out sometimes. And
Actually, I was in Farhang school too. After 4 years, I went to Iranian school, and when I changed my school, everything was changed, and Iranian boys made fun of me.
Really?
Yes.
At
Yeah.
what age you were?
I was 10 or 11.
10, 11 years
Yeah.
old. Okay.
At the first, it was hard for me.
Of course, yeah.
Yes, but now I have Iranian friends, but I don't see them too much because they are busy and they're not near to me.
Okay.
But we had very great time in high school. Yeah, they are very good boys, and they are very funny, and I like them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
First of all, I should say that interpersonal things and communication and friendship is a really tough subject to talk about. But as you said, there are some misunderstandings between your Chinese friend, our Chinese viewers. Hello. Yes, they might wrongly think that all the Iranian peoples are mean to Afghan people. I should say that I was born in 1998, and in solar calendar it means that I was born in 70s decade. 70s, yeah. On that time, 70s and 80s decade was a hard time for me, because the media and how can I say, all the educational things that people had access to were against Afghan people. So people on that time didn't know much about us, and we were the pioneers, or we were the soldiers who fighted for this situation. I remember that as my friends, I studied my first grade of elementary school in self-governance school like Farhang, but not Farhang. And after that, I went to public schools with Iranian children. Yes, I had some dark days, I had a lot of struggles, but I did my best to change other people's opinion with being a top student, with being nice to other, and if they treated me bad or if I was wrongly treated, I tried to give back a positive reaction. So gradually, little by little, I think I accepted the limitations and wrong beliefs, but little by little, as soon as I got comfortable with myself and with my nationality, and started being realistic about this thing, people. I try to accept people, and how can I just say? I lost that guard and that defensive shield that I made for myself. So I started making friends, and now I think 4 out of 5 of my friends are Iranian. And
Okay, that's good.
yes, especially in university, it was one of my greatest milestones in my life, and yeah, I changed a lot. And I mean nowadays we shouldn't make more boundaries for ourselves, and today's world is not about nationalities and other things.
Right.
Yeah, and we should accept each other, and we should love each other, and I think we should take that step first, and after that people would how can I say, people would accept us. I mean being just sitting there and doing nothing and hope and pray for people to change is nonsense. So
Exactly.
yeah, if we do our best, people would understand that, and all that propaganda or wrong thoughts will fade away. Yeah.
Oh, girl, you're so smart. I like it. Talk so nice.
非常感谢他们的分享与回答。的确，这让我非常的吃惊。虽然我是一名土生土长的伊朗人，虽然我的生活里也接触过很多的阿富汗人，但是像今天这样面对面的走进对方的心灵世界，还是第一次。我想说的是，他们不仅仅很优秀，充满理想抱负，他们也是那么的睿智和理性。讲到这里，我其实很想再替很多中国网友们来问他们一个问题，那就是为什么欧美国家那样打击伊朗、打击阿富汗，但是仍然有那么多伊朗的年轻人崇拜西方、向往西方？以前我回答过这样的问题，今天我想让我们的伊朗阿富汗新青年们来分享他们的内心世界最真实的想法。
So, yeah, exactly. So, I want to ask you guys if for your future life, you decide to stay in Iran, go back to Afghanistan, or maybe go to Europe or other countries to continue your education, to make a new life there, or anything like that. The two of you, like Ramesh and Narges, you said you'd like to go back to Afghanistan, build your own country, make change in your own country and things like that. And you said you want to go to America, but still you want to help your country and your people as well.
Exactly.
So why all of us, when we talk about making a new life or studying or things like that, why everybody thinks about going to Europe or America? Why not China? Have you ever thought about going to China and study there or live there?
In truth, I should confess that I'm in love with Eastern culture. I mean, China, Japan, Korea, and I always add this phrase in my biography, in my social media and social media profiles, that I have an Eastern soul. So actually, to be honest, I've never thought about studying or living in China, but China would be one of the first countries that I'm gonna travel in future, because it's a beautiful country with rich culture and lots of great things that everyone knows, like the Great Wall, the festivals, the temples.
Yeah.
And I think it's another world. It's not just a country, it's just a new world. So but for studying, yes, I don't switch sides, but yes, I've thought about studying and pursuing my tertiary education in foreign countries like Europe. I think this how can I say, this cliche thought is the pressure of the media, because everyone even people who live in Asia just think about going to Europe.
Girl. That's so true. Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe they are more powerful in advertising than us. I think if we try to advertise, or not advertise, I mean showing the realities better than them, I think China or even Asian countries are good enough to educating or living even.
But I must confess something, that before, maybe lots of people had this kind of mindset to go to Europe and study, to go to America and study, to go there and improve. Nobody would think about China, but recently everything changed a little bit. Like, I have friends that they are asking that how can I go to China? How can I study Chinese? Like, the first, I met you like few hours ago for the first time. And one of the questions that you asked me before we start this interview was that how can I start learning Chinese and things like that. So see, people have changed gradually. Like about 10 years ago, nobody would think like this. Nobody would think about like going and learning Chinese or living in China or things like that. But nowadays, so many people are asking these questions like, how can I learn Chinese? Where should I go to learn Chinese? I want to travel to China, yeah. Or they want to say, have you ever lived in China? Is it good? I think people show more curiosity about China, Chinese and things like that. So that's a good thing, I think.
真的非常感谢 Narges 女士的如此真诚的分享。其实我想告诉大家的是，我们的节目并没有任何的彩排，更不是读稿子。虽然我们在录制之前有过简单的沟通，我们可能会把节目里有可能问到的问题，先告诉大家，但是很多新的问题是在聊天的过程当中产生的，所以我想说，这是一个非常真诚的节目。不可否认，关于歧视，当然包括种族歧视、国际歧视、性别歧视、收入歧视、地位歧视等等不同形式的歧视，是多少人害怕面对的问题。尽管它普遍存在于世界上的几乎每一个国家，但是不管任何的时候，说到它总是会引起很多的纷争。因此，从我做自媒体的第一天开始，就有人问我相关的问题，而我也从一开始的可以逃避就尽量逃避，到今天的坦诚相见，这其实也是我自己心灵成长的过程。今天我们伊朗境内生活着将近300万的阿富汗人，他们因为和伊朗有着共同的语言和信仰，使他们很容易就可以在这里开始新的生活。但是不可否认，他们到一个新的国家建立自己的家园，这是一个艰难而漫长的过程。他们吃了很多的苦，但是庆幸的是，一切变得越来越好，大家的误解越来越少，融合越来越深。今年6月份的时候，我决定开始外拍，于是我才有缘分认识了我现在的小助理 Adele 女士。她不仅非常漂亮，而且非常优秀。她完全刷新了我对阿富汗女孩的认知。以前我虽然也有一些阿富汗朋友，但从没有像今天那么近距离的走进他们的内心世界，了解他们。在这里我也非常感谢她这几个月以来辛勤的工作，才有了我们那么多好视频的呈现。在这里我其实想补充一点，为什么很多的年轻人更愿意选择西方，真的还是因为了解的不够。就像 Narges， 他觉得他要去中国，可能连吃饭都会成为问题。这看起来很基础的东西，但是的确会对他的选择产生最大的影响。而我作为一名伊朗的中文博主，让更多的伊朗人了解今天的中国和过去不一样的中国，是我不可逃避的责任。节目做到这里吧，我内心里有很多的感触。再次感谢所有观看我视频的朋友，谢谢你们一路陪伴。
如果你也喜欢我的视频，请记得一定点赞、关注加收藏。今天的视频就到这里，我们下一期节目更精彩，拜拜。